Drew 1-2, you're already gone. I'll miss you. Yeah, CPU sensor is dropping drastically now. So good job, me. Good job. I also just got Shadow of War today. So we might be seeing that in the future as well. I kind of want to do like a challenge run in Shadow of War. I've already beaten it one time on PS4, but I got it for PC now. And I kind of want to see if there's like a challenge run that we can do in Shadow of War. Okay. I'm just giving my computer a second to relax since it's been running so hard the last 2 hours. I want to thank everybody again for stopping in. If you're not a follower of the channel, please consider hitting that follow button right above the video. We are about 4 followers away from affiliate status, which will give us the ability to subscribe, and our first emote, which will be I'm gonna do this right the first time. That little guy right there. Poking in the sword. Already got the emote all planned out and everything. So we're really close to that. Should hopefully maybe hit it next week, since today's the last day that I'll be streaming for this week, since we got the weekend coming up. But I love seeing all the people in here. Makes me very happy. And if you're a lurker and don't feel like chatting, that's totally fine. You can just lurk and hang out. Okay, I think we're ready. CPU sensor is down to 68 degrees. That's what we want to see. Of course, the game is not running. We'll see what happens when we throw it back up there. Dark Souls 3, and let me update Twitch as well to let everybody know. Casual playthrough. Not 100%. Tab out. Dark Souls 3. This is a casual playthrough. What are the other tags? It's PvE. It's not a first playthrough. It's not a blind playthrough either. Okay, exploration. Sure. Not first playthrough. Not 100%. Alright, that's fine. Update. I'll tell you what, we'll actually take this out and add Pyromancer. Update. Hooray. My computer has calmed down. I can actually hear it say, "Thank you for the break." Poor guy. About to boot it back up. Let's kick it into gear again. We are right at the halfway mark. 2 hours in, 2 hours to go. I should be able to clear all of Undead Settlement. And maybe a boss or two, just depending on where we are, where we go. Everything's looking pretty good though. So far, so good. Everything's looking pretty good though. Yeah, it is. Even though I know and I can see my mic is picking up the sound that I am speaking, I am still like super worried about like just for some reason the audio not coming through. But we're fine. We're gonna go. Oh, okay, let's get past that because that's way too loud. And I even have a Dark Souls 3 overlay because I am a professional streamer. Oh, hey! Lovecraft, dude, thank you for the tip. I don't know how to get those on the screen yet. I'm very, very sorry. I'm figuring that out. Follows and stuff are going to be up on the screen at some point. up there. I just don't know how to do that yet. I'm still working on that. But he says, you know, your support the stream button still links to Tristan Undone, which doesn't exist anymore. You might want to update that. You know how I said I'm a professional streamer? That's how you know I'm lying. But thank you so much for the $3 tip. Did you know that's actually my first tip ever on Twitch? So I'm gonna frame that $3. I'm gonna put it up on my wall, like right there. It's gonna go right there. It's not really, but thank you so much for the tip. I really appreciate that. That made my night. That made my whole night. Also, let's stop Stellaris. There we go. Because we don't want that in the game running at the same time. That's right. Frame that $3 bill. You know it. You know it. All right, so we are in the undead settlement, which, if you remember, Grey Rat asked us to go to meet someone named Loretta and give her a ring. We still have the ring. We're not wearing the ring because I feel like that'd be a little bit rude. But there it is. Increases damage absorption when HP is low. I don't know of anybody that uses this like in real runs, so we're not going to use it either. But as I said last time, I'll just recap real fast. We just came from right there. Oh, wrong button. From right there, where we fought Vort of the Boreal Valley. The $3 bill is a conversation starter. You are absolutely right about that. Hi there, Rad Racer 2. So maybe I will put it right there, and then people will ask me, wait, right there? People will ask me where my $3 bill came from, and I'll have to say, well, I actually had it printed specially because $3 bills don't exist. But it was my very first tip on Twitch. So we are here. We don't really know why we're in the undead settlement exactly, other than it's just going to lead to other places. Grey Rat is really the only one that's mentioned it yet, but there's actually several NPCs here that we're going to meet that are pretty important, and they'll be with us for a while. Yeah, that's right. Printing this $3 bill cost me $5. Actually, it might be more than $5. It might be closer to 10 or so. Plus, because I have to get it framed, right? So printing this $3 bill cost me $15, but it was worth it. So the dodge button on Dark Souls 3 is different than the surge. So if you see me just randomly just die because I didn't dodge something, then that's going to be why. Come here, doggy. Oh, that was a good knockback. Thankfully, at this point, they do so little damage. Of course, as I say that, we're not going this way yet. We're actually going to head toward the edge of the bridge, where we will meet someone that will change our fate forever. It's actually really okay that I'm taking damage here. I will show you in just a little while. Alluring skulls, I think we'll actually make good use of those later, if I remember. So when we fought Vort of the Boreal Valley, you remember all of these little guys here that had basically just died at the foot of the bridge. And there's a lot of them. And you remember them in the opening cinematic as well. These are monks, not really monks, but these are people making a pilgrimage to the kingdom of Lorethrough, which they also talk about. Wait, it's actually that way, isn't it? That way. The reverse camera thing is always gonna... I should actually flip it so that it will be right, but... yeah, I actually... I think I got him my first playthrough, but I didn't realize what he was, and I was just like swinging, and I like hit him.
Grant me death.
So he didn't like that.
Undo my shackles.
Oh, hi.
It's true. A champion of Ash as I live and breathe. To be in your presence is a great honor. I am Yol of Londo.
Who are you talking to?
As you can see, only somehow I failed to die as was ordained. Well, perhaps my calling lies elsewhere. Say, champion of Ash, how does the idea of taking me into your service strike you? I was once a sorcerer. Surely I can be of use.
You can be.
Oh, I am honored, truly.
Oh, you got it backwards, Racer.
I should be dead, yet you have granted me purpose anew.
That's okay. We'll let that one slide.
I, Yol of Londo, do solemnly swear myself to you.
Hooray! Yet again, why would he be stuck on this bridge? He can just teleport everywhere. What do you mean, as was ordained? I don't know the full line. Give me the full line, and then I'll speak it. Because I don't know it off the top of my head. So yeah, we'll be running into him. He went over to Firelink, just like pretty much all NPCs that have the power to teleport through the world do. And we're gonna head into the undead settlement proper. I'm also gonna take just a moment and write down what Lovecraft just tipped about, because I will absolutely forget to update that. Update tip to Sir. To Sir Ston Live. There you go, done. Because otherwise that'll sit there forever. Oh, as was ordained. So, and again, all speculation is just mine. I imagine he was stuck on the bridge for the same reason some people with cars will walk to the Vatican. That's just what you do. You know, since there are some out here on the bridge and there are some inside, my guess, and the surrounding terrain doesn't really support that very well, is that there were a lot of these guys on the bridge making this pilgrimage to Lorethrough, and the bridge collapsed. Maybe it was this demon down here that did it. That demon right there that did it. Or maybe it was the big fella that will fight later on. Wait, is he over here? He might be back over here. Something caused the bridge to basically collapse, and all of these pilgrims didn't make it. They must have thought that they were supposed to go there. As he said, they were perhaps ordained to go. So perhaps they are a part of an order of people. And later on, we'll actually talk more to the guy that we just rescued about the group of people that he is with. He is like a proper undead that believes in killing the fire, not letting it rekindle. And possibly all of these people are a part of that as well. I don't really know. As far as I know, we don't get any more information about each one of these pilgrims. But my opinion is that maybe they're all like him, and that they're part of this group that wants to see the fire gone. And so maybe they're pilgriming there to make sure that the guy who's supposed to light the fire doesn't. But we'll meet him way later on. And we talked yesterday about that, about how, like, the whole reason why we're even awake and why the Lords of Cinder are awake are because the guy who's supposed to light the fire is just not doing it. So we'll learn a bit more about that later on. And here's the reason why it didn't matter if I just chugged Estus flasks all day long. Because we have another bonfire. More lore than the game gives you. Well, I don't know that it's right. That's just my guess. It could be completely wrong. There could be an item somewhere. Nope. That gives us a completely different story, and I just don't know it. One little cool thing about this guy, this animation that he plays here, is if you watch him fire, are you not gonna fire? Really? Dude. Oh. Oh. That's most of what my theories are. Is speculation. I basically take what the most popular theories are and then just fill in the blanks with what I think. Maybe? I don't actually know. He's not gonna fire again. Really disappointing. So when he fired the bow, I don't know if you saw, but he pulled back. And when he let go, the entire bow rotated so that the string was on the outside. Just to kind of show like the power that he's pulling back was enough to where like his own old hand couldn't... Wait, shooting and flipping the bow, is that like an actual thing? I thought that it was just showing like the power of the draw was so strong. I don't know. You guys could be right. Oh wait, I should actually sit at this bonfire. Nope. Okay, so it's a thing. Okay, so there you go. See? I'm teaching you, you're teaching me. It works out well. I actually want to... Oh, no. My mistake. Where'd you go? Oh, he's still down there, okay. I thought that was him attacking me, that sound. It's a technique, that's fine. I literally thought it was just like an animation they added. Oh, I mean, clearly they added it, but I thought it was to show the power of the bow, like how hard he was shooting it. Right, okay, let's can we calm down? Calm down. There we go. There we go. I guess he's just not gonna shoot again. But I really love him up there, and I love the birds, the crows or ravens. Vultures maybe, since there's a lot of dead things there, I don't know. So we're in the undead settlement now. We will learn a little bit, and most of what I remember from the undead settlement comes from item descriptions. We're not really diving into those too much in this kind of lore, slow, relaxed kind of playthrough. This is more just kind of speculation on what the game is telling us outside of that. Mostly because there's no way for me to remember every single item description in the whole game. That would just be way too much. But I'm definitely going to pull from some things that I do remember. Right, okay, we need to go down the floor. And out. We'll get that later. Kind of see a little bit of a ritual going on there. Got the tree that's burning. Got a brand new enemy type down there. I personally hate those enemies because of an attack that they do. Oh, I was like, that's one. I'm way too close. It was not. Oh, I don't have my... There we go. Oh, and not quite enough to kill him. Isn't there one right here? No. So this is a pretty big invasion spot, so if I get invaded right down here, then you'll watch me die. Because I am terrible at the PvP. Thankfully, everybody is pretty distracted here. However, this corpse, as you can see, is Loretta. So we have failed in our quest to deliver the item, the ring. And I don't actually know. I think we just give Loretta's bone to him. I don't think it's like a thing. Several holes bored into it. So yeah, it's not an equipable item. She might have been tortured, maybe. The holes kind of maybe, you know, might suggest that, but maybe not as well. Oh, this thing starts out pretty weak, but we'll make it better. I think these will blow up. Let's try it. I think they will. Oh, it only killed one? Ah. No, don't do it. No! Not good. Oh, I do so little damage. How's this? Not great. Ah. No. Took me a bit to find that, but I think the style the tower guy uses is called Kyudo. Kyudo. And it involves flipping the bow around as you fire. Huh. There you go. I didn't know that at all. As with most East Asian combat styles, it is heavily spiritual. And so such. Okay. Oh, look at that turning, though. It's okay. I'm failing so much. I am not used to people attacking so quickly because I've been playing the Surge. And they just don't swing as fast. Like, they swing faster when they do swing, but their first initial, like, aggro is not as quick. That's fine. Alright, this place is pretty much cleared out. So we got the bridge over here we can go through, which, I don't think I opened that yet. I think we'll come back. I was hoping that the large woman with the prayer book and the mace would drop an item so that we could talk about it. Because the only information we get from them, from what I remember, comes from their own items. So we don't really have a lot to go off of. I don't... Is this a dead end? No. No, it's not. Uh-oh. Oh, that's actually okay. Actually, the only way into this room is using that hole. And we got the Warriors of Sunlight medallion. Thankfully in Dark Souls 3 they give this to you early, instead of Dark Souls 2, which gives it to you halfway through, and Dark Souls 1, which gives it to you like at the end of the game. Here you get it actually quite early. And as you can imagine, based on the symbol on it, this is the Sunlight Covenant. If you join it, you can do jolly cooperation, and you get little extra coins for it too. So we're not going to be doing that, however, at least not right now, maybe later. And we can leave. You know, Lord Lovecraft, because you actually did tip, I'm going to, this weekend, figure out how to get them to appear on the screen. Because you've inspired me now. I'm now inspired to do that. So thank you again. This is a really big tell. Really, really big tell. Do you see, and every game does this, by the way. If you know how to look, every single game will do this. Do you see how the corpse cages right here, right there, how they are lit the same as the floor? Do you see how this one is not lit the same? Some are really good at hiding it. Some games are really good at hiding it, but almost every game you can see them. Oh, I forgot all about that. It came from the hole, and actually that's gonna be a good segue. Let's run backwards. For just a moment. My drop rates have actually been kind of bad. Normally I have so much clothes from these people. Now I have none. Titanite shard, I can upgrade the axe again. I might do that. I just want to come out here to show you this path as well. It leads to the exact same place. There's really nothing over here. But you can see, I think you can see it from here. Kind of. You can't really. Never mind. So there's a hole they just fell through. So there you go. So now we are back. Okay, same thing, very similar. They're moving, right? But they kind of blend. Wow, I was actually wrong on that one. I was dead wrong on that one. I take that back. This is definitely one. Again, I'm a professional streamer. I know what I'm talking about. I do this every day. Got a little bit of a gauntlet on the next path here, so we'll come around to get this item, and then we'll start the gauntlet. Gauntlet. Oh, or we'll almost jump off the bridge. Edge. I'm having some word salad issues today. Nope. And then in here, I think, yeah, we're still good. Close. All right, let's let our bleeding go down. I don't want to get bled here because I need the life. Aw. Thought I had him. Got ourselves a whip. And you can see, obviously, there are thieves down here. People dressed just like Grey Rat. I think that they're not so much like the same. I just think that they used that model again. Like, there's no, like, organization, I don't think, that Grey Rat is a part of. I just think they wanted to get mileage out of the model, so they decided to use it again. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, I'm gonna ask you now to come down, please. There we go. Hi. Well, that was just pure luck. That was a very lucky stagger. I think I'm getting very lucky here. Oh. Yep. Poor child. Come to me. So, since they're not dropping anything, I think I'll just go ahead and share with you what I know about those. They have been sent by, I believe, the Kingdom of Lothric down to the Undead Settlement. And other places as well, because I think they pop up in one or two other places. To basically try and cure the undead plague. But also, not just cure, but also control or maintain. Stop it from spreading. Contain is probably the word I was looking for. Which is why you saw them burning the tree, why you saw them perhaps maybe torturing Loretta, and things like that. There's an actual slug fella down there. See if we can't get him. Ooh. Ooh, okay, well, that's not what I meant to do, but that's fine. Alright, first Spirit Invader. This guy is actually really difficult for me, so I might die a few times. I'm gonna hope that I can sit here. Oh. Okay, I at least lit it. Can I sit? I can. Go reset, and I will get the chance to go at him with full health. For some reason, I always have a huge problem with this guy. He always is the hardest for me to deal with. That was pretty much the whole gauntlet section. And if we run over here, we can see I'm getting my A and my B mixed up because of the surge. It's really throwing me off, and I don't like it. We're gonna get up there, go back up there and get that item. But first we're gonna deal with our invader, Mad Spirit Holy Knight Hudrick. And I'm gonna fight him near the bonfire, because this is the biggest open area that we can get. He is an insane phantom. He has the purple. Okay, no, I'm not fighting you both. Or I am. Uh-oh. Okay, now we got Hudrick, a mound maker. Never stagger. I should dodge toward him when he does that, not away. Very important. Oh, okay, that was too early. I have so much trouble. This one invader. Oh. Don't cast the thing. Haha! Oh, well. I don't know what that is. I don't like it. Now he's healing. Get out of there. First try. I'm that happy because that guy always just gives me such trouble, so much trouble. But we're good. We're here now. We are past that part. So you can see some items in there. We're gonna be on the other side of that bridge a bit later. For now, we're gonna run back up. I should have done this before I sat down. Not very wise of me. We're gonna learn a little bit about more about the mound makers later on, when we actually talk to the real-life version of Hodrick. But not right now. A rusted coin. Oh, I lost my target. Should have been more patient there. So, we don't really know too much about these fellas here. In my opinion. Well, yeah, let's talk about that when we actually meet the one that is a bit different than the others. There's one that's a little different, and we will meet up with him a bit later. And that's when we'll talk about him. Sleep talk? No idea. Okay, so context clue. All of these really long looking spear type things. And the fact that we can see the tower from here. Now, I happen to have an item that I took with me when I started the game that will protect me. Did you hear that? See if he'll shoot it again. No. There he goes. Yeah. So, our archer friend is actually on our side right now. If you do not have a white branch, like I have, these guys, a young white branch, then he will shoot you as well, and it hurts. Hurts bad. So this guy pretty much is the reason why I take the young white birch branch every time. Ooh, I almost didn't make that. Our first undead bone shard. This is a bit of a lore item from what I remember, so we'll take a look at it. Right here. Burn in the shrine bonfire to increase Estus recovery. Cast it. Undead bones that yet burn. Cast it in the shrine to boost the recovery provided by Estus flask. The bonfire's cinders are the bones of undead. And a bone that still burns is a fresh cinder indeed. Before feeding upon death, one must first pray to it. Ooh, that's kind of gruesome looking. So basically, what I think that's basically trying to say, I don't seriously think that every single bonfire, even the bonfire in the central of Firelink, is made up of the ashes of the undead. I don't think that's the case. I think what it is more saying is that it's almost like a machine, right? Like this entire process grinds up undead until they are hollow, which is what all these things are we're fighting, basically, are undead that have gone hollow. Ashes, hooray! We'll actually maybe read those as well. Actually, I don't think those have any lore significance, but we'll see. And so it's more not actually that the actual bones are in there, but metaphorically. Alright, well, that was a bit embarrassing, but that's okay. We got the cleric's gear. Hooray. Let's look at these mortician's ashes. Ashes. I don't think that they are a very strong lore item, but where are they? Shrinehead Maiden will prepare new items. Umbral ash of a resident of the undead settlement who made a living burying corpses. With this, okay, yeah. So there was nothing. I couldn't remember. Some of them have some lore bits on them. Some of the ashes do. Gonna pop in here real quick. And then pop right back out because I love the archer. Excuse me. Hi. Can you come out here, please? Thank you. Just stand right there. Love it. Right up here is another weapon that I kind of wish I could, like, do a run with. Be kind of fun, I think. But I've never really used it before. A great scythe. Thank you, Giant Archer Man. We will be seeing you a bit later on. So here we have another boss fight, but I'm actually going to skip it because you can't, you don't have to do it in a very set order there. We'll just take a look. Or I will unequip the weapon. There we go. So you can see some of the members praying, bowing down to the tree, which is moving. So, you know, that's terrifying. Wretch ahead. Huh? It's a message. There's nothing. I don't know what the significance of these flowers are at all. Sister Alfredo. That's an NPC summon there. I believe when Dark Souls 3 first came out, that summon was not there. They added that, I think, in a patch. A good number of the bosses did not have NPC helpers, and you know, some people just don't want other players to help them, but they want the assistance still. So they added them in. I don't remember exactly when, but I don't think she was a part of the first group. Hi. Hey, a worker hat. I love dressing up as the workers. Well, let's see if we can't kill these guys. Oh, really? There you go. You too. Oh, oh, oh. I just noticed Rad Racer has left us. Well, if you watch the rest of the VOD later, thank you very much for stopping by for a bit. Hopefully, that little tidbit that I gave you was interesting enough to where you want to come back and hear more of my insane ideas and theories. Assassin ahead. Yep, sure enough. That was actually a very nice message, thank you. If I hadn't stopped to read that, who knows what might have happened. This is a good message. Nope. This is a good message. Yay. I keep pressing B, thinking that I'm playing the Surge. It's screwing me up. That same reason is why W always goes forward now, even though E would probably be a better key for it. Hello. Hit me with your tub of blood, please. Oh, okay. We're about to meet another NPC. I didn't open those doors. Can I open them from this direction? I don't know. Hello, friend. What? What? Get out. Oh. A flyer crutch? Fire crutch ring increases fire resistance. I'm not really big on using the resistance rings though. So most likely I will not. We'll be back to that area, but I'm just gonna run over here real quick. You can see the tower there, by the way. Just to kind of keep you oriented on where we are. Oh. And where we can go. Does this open from this side? Oh, I didn't open it. I always forget. Well, that's not a big deal, I think. Through that door is like a little room. Oh, I actually do have to go back that way, don't I? Well, darn. That was my mistake. I'll fix it. Alright, so we can't get up there right now. We actually have to drop off a ledge. Just making sure I got everything. Yeah, I didn't. Close one, close one. Yeah, got him. Worker gloves. I can almost cosplay as a worker. Titanite shard. I might, actually, before we finish up with this area, go back and upgrade my weapon again. Because this is a good one. You got another bonfire. And I'm not even gonna bother sitting at it, I guess. I don't need to because we are triggered. We are bound there now. If I like fall off the cliff or something, not a big deal. Real quick, let's get ourselves a bow. Can't even use it, but that's okay. Oh, don't switch. Did you switch? No, I think we're okay. There we go. And we'll unequip that. Cool. I'll just pick that up in a little bit. So, our pyromancy skills, are about to go up. Oh, okay, well. First, we're gonna fall off of there. And then we're almost gonna, okay, all right. Fate, I get it. I understand. I tempted you too often. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. I totally forgot to eat, which is what I said I was gonna do. Well, that's a problem. All right. We are here. And we have found an item. No, we have found
Aha,
an NPC.
Are we? Welcome to my abode. I am Cornix, an old pyromancer. A crow in his cage, as you see now. But here we are, an encounter for the ages. I hear the unkindled make for fine vessels. You've been dabbling in pyromancies, it seems. Well then, care to learn some pyromancies from this old man?
Oh yes, please.
Most wise. A chance encounter should not be squandered. To reiterate, I am Cornix of the Great Swamp. The pleasure is mine.
Yet another teleporting NPC. I wish they could teach me that ability. But yeah, we now have access to Cornix. He is going to be the one that teaches us all about fire. And we are going to learn all about fire. There's the item. Can I get it without bothering him? Not really. Alright, we're gonna actually backtrack a little bit. Not backtrack, but we're gonna go through this tunnel. Eventually we'll head that way towards the tower. But for now, we are going through here. Hi, dog. Where we have our first encounter with giant rats. Uh-oh. Every time. Acestus or Cestus. As if you wanted to do a like punching fist only run, I guess. Oh, did I get the? Oh, I think I got the big one. Blood Bite Ring reduces or increases poison resistance, I think. And this will just put us right back here. I realized I said here and then immediately turned around so you couldn't see where I was. So this puts us right back here on the other side of that locked door where I first fought Podrick. We're actually gonna go back to town for a moment because we have some things to do. Hang on one sec. Okay, sorry. Believe it or not, talking an awful lot is making my nose run a little bit. Do you have anything new to say?
Ooh, yet to give in, eh? Good. The firekeeper must be twitching with delight. But what do you really know about these Lords of Cinder? These supposed legends? Let's take Aldrich, for one. A right and proper cleric. Only he developed a habit of devouring men. He ate so many that he bloated like a drowned pig, then softened into sludge. So they stuck him in the Cathedral of the Deep, and they made him a Lord of Cinder, not for virtue, but for might. Such as a lord, I suppose. But here I ask, do we have a sodding chance?
As far as I know, we never find out why Aldrich became obsessed with eating people, and why that eventually turned him into a sludge monster.
Ah, well met, Ashen One. How may I be of service?
But he did just say something else important, which we'll talk about in just a second.
Gracious, passing fine ash thou'st given. Let this ash bestow nourishment. I only hope these new wares content thee.
Let's see what else she has. She got a few more embers to get. Unlimited fire bombs. We now can get unlimited charcoal pine, which is good. I don't think anything else though. You guys, don't let me forget to talk about what that guy said. Oh right, and we want to actually buy the grave key.
Ashen.
Oh, what? Oh, sorry.
Ah, well, Matt, 'tis good to see ye in good health. What needs smithing this day?
A few things. I want to reinforce, please. I think I only have one Estus Flash shard, yeah. So we will actually go 5 and 2 now. Because we're gonna, I think we're about to get a few Pyromancies that will help us. And we're gonna reinforce the weapon a second time.
Pretty big, I don't.
And then we'll go ahead and give Loretta's bone to Grey Rat and see what he has to say about his friend.
Oh, hello, you're back. And in one piece. Well, now it's time I do my part, huh? Heavens, she was already dead. Thank you. I'm not surprised, though. Almost a relief, really. You can keep the ring as, well, a little trinket of thanks, I suppose. You can keep the ring as... Goodbye, and stay safe. Oh, this place is a bore.
Really, really like the voice acting. Really good. I thought he said something else when you walked away, but it looks like he is not. So, let's go around the corner and talk to our shelled buddy here.
Oh, our champion of Ash, welcome home. This pilgrim, with a debt in death, hardly deserves to behold this divine flame. And I never would have, had you not taken me into your service. I thank you dearly for this, and assure you of my leal service. As I have said, I was once a sorcerer, Alas, the magic of Londor is a far cry from the wonders of Vinheim. But I can teach you what I know. Perhaps, more importantly, I believe that I can help tease out your true strength. We pilgrims of Londor are keenly aware that those branded by the dark sign possess something quite special.
A new emote.
As I have said,
Alright, so we'll learn a bit more about this guy later. We're not going to dive into who he is yet too much. All he has to sell are some spells. But he can draw out our true strength. Now, we can only do this after dying a certain number of times. I don't think I've died yet. So we can do it once, I guess.
Bearer of the dark sign, let your true strength shine.
And I get a free level up, which I will gladly take.
Be safe.
I can do this, I believe, 5
Ash.
more times until something happens. And I don't have it yet, I think, but let's take a look. See, do I have it yet? I don't think that I do. Oh, I do. Because we drew out our true strength, we now have this dark sigil. A black gaping hole in the flesh that resembles the brand of the undead. The darkness of humanity seeps from this bottomless, pitch-black hole. The gap filled by the accumulation of the curse. This dark sigil will never heal, but there is a tale told of a firekeeper who returned from the abyss and brought great comfort to the bearer of the curse. So I don't, because we haven't died yet, I don't think we can see it yet, but we'll look and see. Okay, can't see it yet. If I ever die, though, we'll come back and take a look. Help me remember. What's my equip load? 19? Should be able to wear that. No, it's slower. We're almost done with this area, and then I'll continue to talk about what the downtrodden knight was saying about Aldrich.
Ah, there you are, unkindled one. I wish to express my gratitude for trusting a lowly pyromancer and allowing me to gaze upon this majestic flame. As promised, I will impart pyromancies to you.
Let's go ahead and buy something. We could buy the Pyromancer garb, which we already have, so we don't need to do that. Oh, you don't have any spells yet. Yeah, you do. There we go. So Fireball, which we don't have any of. Right? Oh, we have Fireball, so we'll not buy that. Fire Surge, Great Combustion, and Flash Sweat. Yeah, let's buy them all.
To learn pyromancies, you must vow to become my pupil.
I vow it.
I know, but such is the way of the world. Respect your elders and so on. And pyromancy, of course, is no exception. Oh, we'll need a pyromancy tome to learn more advanced pyromancies. Though unorthodox, that would be the most expedient way to make progress. If this were the Great Swamp, and you had the luxury of time, we could have trained you the hard way. To learn pyromancy, I know. Do not.
All right. His actual helmet, his face mask thing, is actually part of my favorite. That plus something else, which I'll maybe show you later on, is part of my favorite costume in the whole of Dark Souls 3. So we'll come back and get that later. Maybe. I don't remember if we have to kill him to get it. We might have to. We're gonna use our souls now. Nope. Nope. Oh. Meant to use more than one. I don't think we have enough to level up and gain an attunement slot. Oh, I do. Nice. So I'll go ahead and get 14 attunement. I need to look up those breakpoints. I don't know what they are.
Ashen one. Ashen. Farewell, made of.
All right, one more thing to do. It's 11 now. We got one more hour. I might end a little bit early because it's Friday, and just once we get done with Undead Settlement, I don't think I have quite a full hour yet to go through that. So we're gonna burn an Undead Bone Shard. Now we're going to heal for more when we use the Estus, and we'll talk to him one more time just to get that line once again.
At the foot of Lorethrough,
Oh,
it was if.
Okay, never mind. Never mind. So what that knight said there was that the flame, well, he didn't say the flame necessarily, but what he said, let's see, actually go, I do want to go here. No, I actually want this first. What he said was that Aldrich was chosen, didn't say by who, to become a Lord of Cinder, not for valor, but for might. And that's so super subtle, and it doesn't necessarily mean anything. But what it tells me, at least, is that the flame, or whoever is choosing, whoever makes people strong enough to be able to link the fire, didn't care that he was a horrid monster that ate people. And not only ate people, but ate so many people that he turned into a giant sludge monster. Look how long these guys leash, though. Well, I should feel bad for this display. Oh my gosh. Does it never end? There we go. And anyway, why I think that's important is that it kind of shows that, again, whatever thing, whether it's a person specifically, or like an entity like fate, or a god or something, whoever is, would you stop? Whoever is choosing to wake up the undead, to wake up the Lords of Cinder, to, I guess, keep the flame going at all, whether it's the flame itself or something else, it isn't a noble thing. It isn't something that cares about valor, basically. There we go. Finally got it open. Down to one Estus. There's something else to do on this side of the area here. We're gonna jump through this gap. And I might die here, to be honest. Nope, don't like it. They're everywhere. I don't like it. What? Oh, good. Okay, he fell. So yeah, I don't think that's necessarily important at all to know, but I think it is interesting. Please no. Oh. Oh, come on. Hate fighting these guys up here. We got his axe. There's the bridge and the little tunnel that we went through. Oh, we still have to do the tunnel. Don't forget about the tunnel. Hello. If you don't move, he doesn't bother you. No, that's not true. He just doesn't attack you for now. We'll get that later. For now, though. Let's talk about these guys in red. As far as I know, there's no actual lore, like nothing is written for sure about what they are or who they follow. I think that they basically work for the mound makers. For pretty much this reason alone. There's another theory as well, is that they all have those big long cleavers, or they have, you know, the buckets of blood and pieces of people. They could also just work for the women, the priestess women who are here to cleanse and maintain and contain the undead plague, and that they are disposing of corpses or body parts for them. And maybe the mound makers are attached to them in some way. I'm not sure. You can clearly see all these cages down here, though, right? There are thousands of cages. We are underground. Later on in the game, we'll see where we are exactly in the world, but we'll not bother with that for now. So you can see there's corpses everywhere. So clearly they're throwing lots of people down here. At the same time, this covenant that we're about to unlock is called the Mound Makers. And to me, that basically says... mound. Mound of corpses. Or, you know, when you bury someone and you put the dirt over the grave, it's a mound, right? So I think that maybe even the mound makers are working with the priestesses who are trying to control the plague and happy to kill people. I'm not really sure. I think there's a connection there, but I don't know what it is. Here's Hodrick. He's no longer angry with us.
Well, what's up? This pit is for hollows, not for the likes of you sane folk. Or perhaps you are a hollow, posing as otherwise?
Nope.
No, of course you're not. That's what you mad fools always say. But we'll all be mad soon enough. And should you be undead, well, all the more so. Beware, the shackles of the gods are fragile. You might need this. Etch it on your heart if you feel your sanity slipping. Come here to pile up your victims, for that will form your anchor. You'll see when you go mad. They'll be your family. You'll go. Take my advice. Use this bone and leave this place. You've better things to do, I'd hope. This pit is for hollows, and for the occasional madman fond of piling up victims.
So that's the Mound Maker Covenant. When you join the Mound Makers, you equip them, you know, just like you would right here. This is your Covenant slot. And you can lay down your sign, and it becomes purple instead of white or gold as the as the Sunbro Covenant is. We're actually going to go to... Oh, let's attune a second spell, though. We're actually going to attune a second... Didn't I not buy the second fireball? Yeah, I have 2. What? Where's the other one? I was almost positive you could equip 2 of the same thing, but oh well. Cool. We got 2 spells now. Oh, whoops. We're gonna travel to the dilapidated bridge. $11:11. If you're a superstitious person, touch the screen. Make a wish. Nope, 11:12. Already missed it. Alright, let's dive in here. I think I can get past them. That key that we bought from the woman in the Firelink Shrine sold us that key. That's where that goes. You could pray to the statue of Velka. We could request absolution, but we haven't sinned. You could request dissolution, but we're not cursed, not yet. Now that I have the Dark Sigil, as I die, I will become more and more cursed. The more cursed I get, the more free levels I get. So it sounds like a good thing. But it also morphs and changes my character's form. Now, I made a goofy-looking character, so you won't get too much more goofy-looking, but they can, and their body gets twisted and messed up. And if you request dissolution, you will basically break that curse and return to normal. Whether you are cursed or not, which I think technically now I am cursed because I have the Dark Sigil, determines the game's ending. 1 of 3. And I will, I'll not decide that yet. I'll decide that later on. Oh, well, alright. That'll be a decision for later. For now, we're gonna proceed as if we're doing the cursed ending, because it's free levels, and you can always walk it back later on. It's a bit costly, but you can do it. All right, we're gonna get this lizard here if we can. Lock on. Good. Heavy gem. See a guy up there. And an item right below. What? Maybe it's this one. Yep. So, you know, the more I think about that theory, and I think about the fact that they have these huge things on their back for the cages, and they have their big saws for chopping up body parts, and they have the buckets of body parts. If you think about it, their setup actually makes a lot of sense. When something dies in this universe, it can turn undead. What it means that the undead is going to come back. That's what the cages are for. They put the dead bodies in the cages so that if the undead wakes up, then they can't be attacked from the undead. That's why some of those cages are still. Those characters maybe are not undead. and the cages that wake up and attack you and have like 6 people in them, those are filled with undead. Same thing for the body parts, right? If you have an undead, perhaps. Let's equip the bow and equip the arrows. If you chop up bodies, then can they come back? I don't really know. That's not something that's really ever explained. Your character is never dismembered when they die. They just fall over and somehow they wake up at the old bonfire. I hate this room. It's terrible. We'll try not to die though. I have a weapon that's leveled up, so it's maybe not too bad. Okay, good. It was not too bad. Not too bad. Talisman, that's for casting miracles, but we are not going to do that. But it's good that they gave you the talisman, because right up here is the person who can teach you miracles.
Who is there? Is someone there? Anyone? Oh, please, whoever you are, touch me. The dark surrounds me, nibbles at my flesh. Little creatures, they never stop biting. So please, hold out your hand and touch me. Ah, yes, there you are. So close, indeed. Then I am not entirely alone just yet. Praise the merciful gods above.
A new emote.
Oh, forgive me. I am Irina of Karim. I came to this land so that I might be a firekeeper. Your touch has freed me from the darkness. You are a champion, then. I am weak.
I guess so.
And unfit to tend the flames. But if it would not trouble you, might I enter into your service instead? Oh, thank you, sweet champion. I shall take my vows. I, Irina of Karim, solemnly swear to serve you.
So we have a blind priestess. The door only opens from this one side, so he had to come through here to get her. And so she escaped with the powers of teleportation, and we have this fella too.
Another one of those unkindled, are you? All you faceless undead, behaving as if you deserve respect. Now you've gone and rescued the wench. How very quaint. Pitying creatures that are beyond help. Very well. I'm sick of looking after her at any rate. I'm Egon, a knight of Karim. I am allied to you for as long as you assure the girl's safety. And only for that long. What's the matter? My terms are very simple. I am allied to you for as long as you assure the girl's safety, and only for that long.
Alright, so Egon and Irina. We're gonna head up that way a little bit later. Not much later. We're just gonna get some items, do some cleanup of the undead. As you can see, the weapon's quite strong now. Well, that's bad. And we're almost done with this area. We have, like 2 things to do. Come on, then. Oh. I'm being way too impatient. Right, well. That's all my Estus. Time to rely on spells a bit more. Nope, 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 nope. We're just gonna clean this up a little bit. Ah. Alright, that's pretty much all the items here. I've rescued Irina. She is now in the Firelink Shrine. I have gotten all the items, I believe. I think there's nothing left to do here but move on. So that's what we're gonna do. I did let this item, however, respawn up there without getting it. So let's see if we can't get it. Oops, wrong button. I may mess this up. It might not fall. Yeah, I don't think I can hit it from here. It's just a ring, I believe, that gives you like ice protection or something. It's really not that important, so we might just skip it. Let's press the right button, please. Nope. There we go. Why, hello.
Oh, pardon me, I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegwart of Katarina. To be honest, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Have you ever walked near a white birch only to be struck by a great arrow?
Nope. Because I took the starter item.
If I'm not mistaken, they come from this tower.
They do.
Whoever it is, I'm sure I can talk some sense into them. But I have to find a way up. And that's just the trouble. This lift only goes down, you see, and... well, that doesn't get me anywhere. This lift...
Alright, so we're actually going to go do something a little bit risky here. We're going to go down first, which will take us to the next area, but I need the healing. So we're going to fight a kind of a tough guy here, in the hopes that we can get through the door. Hello. Time to cheese you a little bit, or not. That's no good. Oh no. Alright, well. I think that's my first death of the entire run, so that's not too bad. 3.5 hours in to a run, it's not too bad to die for the first time. I did lose my ember, but we're gonna rekindle it right away. Yes, there's the first F of the series. It's really the closest place here is the cliff underside. Yeah. And now I don't have to go down there first. Now I can go up first, which is where I wanted to go anyway. Not that way. Gotta go this way. So we're below that house. We're gonna let all of them run past. Or very slowly meander past. Thanks, man. I'm actually only gonna go another like 10-15 minutes or so, so I'm basically done here as well. But I really appreciate you being here for basically the whole thing. And then thank you again for the tip. I will, because of you, I will figure out a way to get them up on the screen so that people can see when they tip and when followers show up and all that cool stuff too. No. Just go back the way you came. Bye-bye. Oh, whoops. Well, that was a mistake. You actually gonna come around here? No. I didn't think so. Here we are, top of the tower. Let's go up to the top and meet our buddy. Hello.
I help anytime.
I help anytime.
I help anytime.
So, if you don't have the young white branch in your inventory at that point, I believe he gives you one. You almost always will loot one from the tree as you are fighting through there if you don't have one. But I think even if you don't have one to that point, I believe he gives you one and says, I help anytime. So that's very nice of him to say and do. I'm going to fail that and then die. I was trying to be very smooth there, but I did not last. I'll tell you what though, why don't I get back to that room and then we're actually gonna go ahead and call the stream for the night, because I did say I was gonna end a little bit early and I do want to, just because it is Friday night. And we'll basically just talk about the very last little bit and explore the last little bit of the Undead Settlement before moving on to the next area. The next area is very short, so it should be fine to do that. Let's do this. I did it again. I did it again. So yeah, we're just gonna ride the lift up, do a thing, and then we'll stop for the night. There we go. We've done it. And now, we're on top. We're on the side, I guess. And here we see Zigguard again.
Ah. Oh. Don't disappear like that. You had me downright worried. But thanks to you, an epiphany has struck me square in the head. I've unraveled the riddle of this inscrutable lift.
Yeah, it's a big mystery. Write it up instead of down.
On some days, I begin to doubt myself. I went up the tower, so I thought, then somehow ended up here. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Anyhow, do you see that? That humongous beast? I'm no coward and I've a steady hand, but that thing makes my skin crawl. How now? Think twice before you go down that road. I could try talking some sense into him. No, I think not. He's far too overheated. I've got to use my head and think. I could try...
Alright, he's gonna sit here and think. We're gonna go down and kill him. We're gonna do that very first thing when we come back on Monday. Oh, or I just cast a spell and didn't mean to. Thank you guys so much for joining me for the stream tonight. As I said, we're ending a little bit early. I stream 5 days a week, maybe 6. We'll add a 6th perhaps at some point. If you look down below the video there, you can see the times that I stream. 8 o'clock on the West Coast every single weekday evening, and which is like 11 o'clock on the East Coast. And I might add an earlier time on Sunday, Saturday or Sunday as well, just to catch some of our overseas friends. Thank you guys so much for joining me, for the people who followed, for the tip, and I hope there's a lot more to come. We're going to hit affiliate status really, really soon. I hope you have a fantastic night and a really good weekend as well. I'm not used to looking at the camera, so I'm just like looking all around. It's like, wait, I'm talking to people right there. See you next time.